Okay, YouTube, I'm back. So I mean, I can't say enough about my medical help. You know, they're at UCI Medical. I mean, they were just all great. So right after being released, you know, the decision was made that I was coming to live with my grandmother and my aunt. I was raised by my grandmother until I was 14 years old. So pretty much, if you know, I felt home. You know. Plus, you know, it's two houses. My grandma has her back house, and then the front house, my aunt lives in it. So I mean, my aunt was kind enough to let me, you know, borrow one of the rooms. And you know, it was convenient for me too, because you know the doctors are only like 10 minutes away from here. You know, so it worked out, you know, pretty fine. Well, within 2 weeks, I had to go back for an, you know, follow up with the doctors. And he explained to me that I was going to need advanced, you know, healthcare, you know, to look into, you know, UCLA or to, you know, a bigger hospital to see if I can get, you know, get into a heart transplant or something, right? I mean, I was confused, and I didn't even know how I was going to be able to do that, you know? I thought that, you know, that with my defibrillator, my pacemaker, and, you know, that I was just going to be fine, that I wasn't going to need anything else, you know? And it did make me sad to hear that, you know, that wasn't going to be enough, you know, and that I required to get further help. So that was kind of disappointing, you know. I mean, I felt fine, you know. I didn't feel sick. I mean, I can't say I was normal, you know, normal, because there's still a lot of things that I wasn't able to do, you know. But mainly, you know, yeah, I mean, I could take care of myself. I can walk, I can talk without oxygen, I can sleep. So pretty much I felt like I was doing great, you know. So this was back in July. In August, I get a call from Cedars-Sinai. And they asked me if I can go in so I can get interviewed by them. Apparently Tamara, the nurse practitioner, knew a doctor at Cedars-Sinai's, a heart transplant doctor. And she spoke to her about my case. So the doctor then, you know, wanted to, you know, see me. So they called me in August, and I went in, and they, you know, basically interviewed me. They asked me, you know, a lot of questions, and I explained how my situation was. And so then they asked me if I could go back and run a whole bunch of tests and go through like a whole thing. I mean, it was an all day thing, you know, from 8 o'clock in the morning till 3 or 4 o'clock in the you know, afternoon. So it would be a all day thing. And yeah, sure enough, it was. I mean, they ran tests, they did all kinds of tests. I saw a lot of people, a lot of doctors, a lot of, you know, just different people, you know, different people speaking to me, you know. And so, you know, that was August. So, you know, I came home, and they said they would notify me. So, you know, I went on, and I kept feeling stronger. By October 2nd, they called me, and they informed me that I was considered for a transplant. So, I mean, it was a sweet and sour thing, you know. It was like, you know, happy because I was considered for it, you know, because I know it's hard, you know. You have to, you know, they determine a lot of things before they actually put you on the list. It's not like if you need a heart, they just, you know, no. You have to pass all their tests and all the criteria and all that good stuff. So I was happy in that sense, but then also scared, you know, and a little bit nervous, you know, and just mixed emotions, you know. Happy to know that I was gonna have a longer life, you know, if that's, you know, my destiny. Or, you know, but then sad because I know somebody has to die, you know, in order for me to get life. So, I mean, it's just a mix of emotions. But I am grateful, you know, and if it happens, you know, I'll be happy, and if it doesn't, I still am happy, you know. I'm happy for the time I've had, you know. So, this is October. My daughter was turning sweet 16 years old in November, and we had planned to do a quinceañera for her, but you know, things just didn't work out, and then I ended up getting sick, and you know, so I had told her, you know, we are gonna celebrate that sweet 16 for you, you know. So you know, the family got together, and we you know, we did celebrate her sweet 16, you know, and it was, you know, just basically almost just family, but it was a nice venue, and you know, and my daughter looked beautiful, you know.